welcome to the show, The Total You. I am your hostess, Evangelist Faris Wallace, and we're coming under the direction of Abundant Faith Cathedral in Detroit. We're under the direction of Bishop Joel T. Wallace, who is the pastor. Our presentation is about your mind, body, soul, and spirit, so I'm asking, sit back and enjoy this broadcast. Thank you for tuning in to The Total You with me, your hostess. And I have a special guest today. But I want you to understand, I love to read, right? So I love to give book reports. But today is very special because I have the author of the book with me, all right? And I'm going to have, the book is called The Blue in Me, and the author is Rod Grimes. So I'm going to have you introduce yourself.
Thank you. Rod Grimes. I am a almost 50-year law enforcement veteran here in the city of Detroit, where I worked 25 years with Detroit Police Department.
Okay.
And then another 15 years at Detroit Public Schools Police Department.
Ooh, okay.
After retiring from the two, I really thought I was done with police work, but no, I went back in and spent some time, almost 10 years with Oakland County Sheriffs.
And you're still working with the law enforcement?
Well, now I'm out of public service and I'm doing private sector work now.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Whoa.
Yeah.
So we've got a true police officer. Amen. It says The Blue in Me. Okay. What made you decide to write this book?
Thank you for that question. I love sharing this. So I spent 25 years with Detroit Police Department.
Okay.
And seen some things that most people would never want to have to see or do. But I did it out of a sense of service to the community.
Okay.
COVID came in 2019. Mm-hmm. I'm sitting at home one day just reflecting and thinking about, I would like to leave something for my granddaughter.
Okay.
So that she can look back over the years. What did her granddad do to make a difference in his community?
Okay.
And that was the purpose, that was the drive to write the book.
The motive for doing it is to leave a legacy.
To leave a legacy.
Ooh.
And it's actually it's a trilogy, so this is book 1 of 3.
Okay.
Book 2 will be released in hopefully the next month or 2, and then I'm halfway done writing book 3.
Okay, now, how did you go about formulating your, plot? And how did you do this? How did you figure out what you wanted to place in your book?
Mm-hmm. So the series is actually a book. It's memoirs.
Okay.
So when I decided to do this, I just kind of reflected back on my career.
Okay.
And stories or events that really stood out, that had significance.
Okay.
I just decided to write and share those stories.
Okay. Okay. Whoa. Okay. So you compile all of these little incidents that were important to you, they felt that would help somebody, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. So how did you go about them, not just putting it down, but writing it? Did it just flow, or did you have a hard time, getting it all together?
No, believe it or not, the flow was pretty easy for me. So I, in doing the work, I had a passion for it.
Okay.
So every day I suited up.
Okay.
I went out to serve the community and give it my all.
Okay.
So I was able to capture those events and hold them. Some I hold closer than others.
Okay.
Some were severely significant that I will never forget.
Okay.
So it was not difficult, when I decided, let's get the laptop out and start pecking away.
Okay.
It just kind of flowed. And these stories go back to the late 70s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good memory. Okay. So now you've got what you want to put in here, and you've got a couple of things you want to bring forth. So how did you go about getting it published?
So when I wrote the memoir or the manuscript, I was doing it for my granddaughter, right? And it was just really putting down in writing so that I would have it for her. Once I completed writing the manuscript, like, okay, it's done. Now, what are you going to do with it?
Ooh.
Right? So I do know some readers, like yourself. And I called them up and I was like, listen, I just told my law enforcement story. I want to give you my manuscript. Take a look at it and tell me what you think about it. Does it make sense? Just give me your honest
opinion. You trusted them to critique your work.
I did. I people that I felt like that would be honest with me. Not just tell me what I wanted to hear. But be totally honest with me about what they had read. And so I sent it out to 11 people. I wanted to have an odd number so that I won't know if it, half thought it was good, half thought it was bad. Let's get a decision. And in 2 days, the reviews start coming in. And I'm thinking, that was quick.
Yes.
That I'm thinking in my mind, oh, they read a couple chapters, like, just the opposite. When I tell you, they were, oh my gosh, Rod, this is unbelievable. These stories, what?
Yes.
Wow. I never knew that you had to do and deal with these type of things, because these are friends that I've known for a number of years. And I was one that never really talked a lot about my work, off work. But I'm hearing their reviews. It's just like, oh my God, I couldn't put it down. I thought I was only going to read 1 or 2 chapters and then come back to it. I looked up, I was on chapter 22. And I wanted to keep going. One person told me they read it cover to cover. Off the rip.
I'm going to jump in here because he doesn't know this, y'all. I actually took a book out of his box. And I skimmed through it, So I know kind of what's in here. So it is interesting reading, and some of the things I just read. I only read a couple of the, 20 pages or so. But it does resonate with some of the things that what happened to you. And so it helps us get a better understanding of what it's like. Being a police officer or being in the blue. And I like that. I read, I can understand you putting it out there, and they gave you the information that you followed up on. Did it cost you anything? I'm nosy, okay? So did it cost you anything to push it out there, or did they find someone for you, or how did that come about?
So as I was completing writing my book, I had spoken with a former colleague who had just completed and publishing his book. So now I start, give me some nuggets on what did you do, how did you do it, what's the cost factor. And he shared with me that he had pretty much connected with an online publisher. And the cost factor and everything that they did for him to get his book to the finish line and get it published. Shortly after that conversation, I see another friend who's having a conversation with a business owner. It was the bowling alley. And he's talking to the owner of the bowling alley. And as I walk by, I hear the owner says, yeah, you can set your book up in the restaurant and do your book signing there. And I stopped in my track. I'm like,
all right.
What?
Yes.
So the owner walks away and I go over to my friend. You have a book? He said, yeah, I just finished writing my book and just had it published. Oh, wow. I have a manuscript that I want to move toward getting published. And he shared how he went about doing it, which was similar. So I took the information from the two and kind of combined it and leaked in. And I found an online publisher who went through, did the editing and published. And here we
The
are.
rest is history.
Yeah.
All right. And you say it's a trilogy.
Yes.
So the second one, is it similar to this first one? What is the difference?
So what I was doing, my goal was to write on 40 years of policing in the city of Detroit.
Okay.
So this book one, The Blue and Me, covered my first 25 years with Detroit Police Department.
Okay.
Book two will cover my first 10 years when I was over at Detroit Public Schools Police Department, which has its own police agency.
Okay.
And then book three is going to cover my 5 years when I was the chief of police there.
Okay.
So it kind of broke up
into different sectors.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. That's going to be something. Now back to this book.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I said, I took a little liberty of reading this. Okay. We got how long it took. We figured out who the publisher was. And I got to the part where, okay, now I'm getting this. Okay.
Okay.
Some of the things he said in here about your decision to be a police officer. So how'd you, I know what the book says, but there is a point where you decide, I'm going to do this no matter what, and I'm going to tell somebody special that I'm going to be a police officer.
Yeah.
How did that go down?
Okay. So the whole notion of being a police officer for me started back when I was just a young child.
Okay.
10, 11, 12 years old. My neighborhood hero
Yes.
was a baseball player.
Yes.
He was a few years older than me. And he was really good.
Okay.
And I was like, I want to be just like him. I watched him every chance I got to watch him play. And I want to be like him. So he was like my childhood hero. And unfortunately, tragically, his life was taken at a very early age as a result of some behavior that his older brother was involved in. And they went to his home looking for the older brother, and when they couldn't find him, they took my friend.
Okay.
And they took him down to the foot of Detroit River, down back in the day where we had a lot of abandoned warehouses and whatnot. And they executed him.
Okay.
And they took my friend.
Yes.
So for me, as a little child, I was, I'm going to grow up.
I'm going to
be a police officer. And I'm going to find the people that took my friend.
Awesome. No revenge notes,
lock
y'all.
them up. No, it was to put them in jail for taking my friend.
That's a mentality that a lot of people now really need to hook onto, because our children now, the mentality is to revenge. I'm going to go, if you did this to me, I'm going to go bang, bang, and I'm going to get you.
Yes.
And instead, you went the opposite. You went the legal route.
Yes. Yes.
And that's the difference. There's a change. Yeah. So what else happened?
So, fortunately, the individuals were arrested within a couple of months after the event happened. So they were gone off to prison. And great. But as I grew up, baseball was my heart, my passion.
Okay.
But as I always share, even to this day, I tell young people, you have to have a plan B.
Okay.
And C.
Okay.
In case that plan A doesn't work out for me. And plan A didn't work out for me.
Okay.
You know, it was to be a professional baseball player. The opportunity came and it passed.
Okay.
And I fell back on plan B.
Okay.
And then C, because B was to go to school and become a certified public accountant.
Oh, yes. I remember reading that part.
And as I went through class and, as I was going through that.
You sat there,
I decided one day, this isn't it for me. This is not my life path. And I left school that day and went and joined and registered to become a police officer.
Okay.
So that's how I got to becoming a police officer. Now, to that question, I had to share this with someone.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So it was with my mom.
Yes.
So my mom, as you know, most moms back in our day, was hardworking. She was a single parent. Mom and dad had divorced, so she was a single parent and the breadwinner, and she did what she needed to do to provide, and she worked late hours. So when I made that decision, I waited for her to come home that night. And it was late. It was wee hours of the morning, late at night. And she came home, and I was sitting in the living room when she came in. And she, well, what are you doing up this time?
Yes.
And being her baby boy,
Yes.
I said, well, Mom, I just want to make sure you get home safe and you're okay.
Okay.
And, she thanked me, of course, and wrapped her arms around me and gave me a big hug. But then she asked me, okay, so what's really going on with you? And that's when I shared with my mom that I was leaving school because I wanted to become a police officer and serve and give back in our community.
What years was this?
This was in 1977 when the conversation happened.
Right.
I was accepted and joined the police department in 1978.
Okay. So this is not necessarily a bad time, but we're still living in an era where there's a lot of turmoil going on.
Yes.
And so, can I give you a little bit of my history? I was married. My first husband was a Wayne County deputy sheriff. My son, my only son, I thought was going to follow in his footsteps. So I can understand the mama's, wait a minute, I don't think I want you in that arena. There's danger out there, and I don't want you, facing that. Did mama ever say anything about that?
Initially, she said, why would you want to do that? That's a very difficult job.
Yes.
It's dangerous. And then in her next breath, I think she caught herself and went straight to supporting me in my dream.
Okay.
So, so she did. And, and over the years, she never really, said, oh, I'm so afraid for you. I know she was, and she probably had some sleepless nights over me being out there on the streets at night. But she never shared it outwardly.
Okay.
I'm sure she prayed about it and prayed over me daily.
I know I did. But, okay, so back to that part, fear. What about this fear factor in being a policeman then? Is it anything that's, straight in your face? Are you ever afraid of going out there and confronting someone who is totally out of it and who's determined to just mow you down just for no reason? Is there any fear factor in that?
If there's a police officer that tell you that there's no fear, don't believe it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
There is a fear factor.
Okay.
And the mere fact that we suit up and we go out in a community, in some cases where we're going to encounter people who don't want to deal with the police.
Yes.
Or who have done something that they know where they're going to end up as a result of their actions.
Okay.
And we're coming to get them.
Yes.
And they will do whatever they may need to do to not let that happen.
Go ahead.
There's some fear.
Okay.
But for me, and I'm a man of God.
Okay.
And I believe.
Okay.
I would pray up every day and ask to be covered and protected.
Okay.
And I went out and served knowing that God had me.
Okay. He's got your back.
Yes.
The thing is, though, when you come up across someone, how do you know how to react? Do they really go through the training of, okay, here's this person who's coming at you. Do I react in police mode, or do I act in a mode of friendship in order to get them to back down just a little bit to, tone their conversation that's going on in their head down so I can relate to them? Do they train you that way?
So yeah, there is some training
Okay.
on how to interface with individuals. For me, I didn't. So fear is a
Yes.
individual thing,
Okay.
and everybody's going to handle it differently.
Different. Okay.
So the training can only give you a broad scope.
Okay.
You have to internalize it
Okay.
and decide independently
Yes.
how you're going to choose to deal with that.
Okay.
And that's a big topic in today's
Really?
policing when
Okay.
you listen to the stories and the actions of the police officers.
There's no right or wrong way to react.
No,
And each one is determined by whatever circumstances they're placed in.
that individual is placed in.
And I was going to ask you too, when you come across all these people with these different mentalities, what have you noticed? Especially in these last couple of years.
So mental health
Yes.
is real.
Yes.
It's very real. And there are so many people dealing with different levels of mental health
Yes.
and mental stress. And they act from that position.
Yes, they do. Yes.
And as a law enforcement officer, you have to stand and deal with whatever it may be. Mm-hmm. And thankfully, the law enforcement community is starting to level up
Okay.
to meet those needs and challenges that officers face every day.
That is a lot to be placed on a public servant. It's a lot because you don't know, like I said, you're really, really trained in certain areas of enforcement of the law. And then all of a sudden now you've got to be a doctor, a psychologist, a social worker, and everything else. And this is like, and you really want to be
Right.
walking in the blue?
Yeah.
Help me.
Yes. It is. And, different people become police officers for different reasons.
Okay.
I became a police officer to serve. Mm-hmm. And for me, that meant serve however I need to be successful and bring about, hopefully, a positive resolution to any event that I was involved in.
And I know that's hard.
It's very hard. It's challenging.
Yes. And that in itself is kudos to the men in blue. And
women.
Yeah, and women. Sorry about that. But it's something to be able to say, this is what I want to do. Mm-hmm. This is how I want to serve my community. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people don't understand that that's a calling.
Yes.
It's a calling because, forgive me, okay? Because I know as a nurse, okay, you have to have a mental facility to even say, I want to take care of people.
Yes.
And not go in there pushing people around just to be. And so here you are, a person who is trying to protect and to serve.
Yes.
And that's a lot.
Yes.
So, yes, kudos.
Thank you. Thank you.
Kudos. But I want to say this part. You say you're a man of God. So you pray before. But I'm going to ask, what about family life?
Yes.
Because like mama had to pray. And you have grandchildren. And I'm sure they like, daddy, I mean, they're going out there. He's going to, did they really realize what you were doing?
I'm sure they had an understanding of what policing is about, mm-hmm. but they rarely heard the war stories.
Okay.
I didn't bring the war stories home.
And that's what most police officers don't do.
Right. I don't want my family, I know it's already a burden and challenge,
right.
knowing what policemen have to go through.
Yes.
But then to actually bring it home and put it in their face, on their heart, what I had went through that day. Mm-hmm. No, I would not do that. So I tried to shield them as much as possible
Okay.
from the things that I had to deal with.
Okay, but they saw these accolades. My dad is this. My dad is this. He's won this. He's won that. He's gone here. Let's go and support him. So they supported you,
Yes. That's for
even
sure.
though they weren't quite sure what Daddy was doing.
That's true. That's true. And, and I had some great assignments. Police work isn't all doom and gloom.
Okay.
There is a lot of good in police work because you're dealing with a lot of amazing people in our communities.
Okay.
There's more good people than bad people in our communities.
Okay.
Police generally have to deal with that percentage that want to do it the other way instead of the right way. And then we get opportunities to deal and interact with those that's doing it the right way, which makes the job that much more pleasurable.
Okay, so that part of it, they've got the Institutes of the PAL, which is what?
Police Athletic League?
Yes, the Police Athletic League. So you're getting more out into the community than you used to. Where we used to have, they have these little films now where the police is coming up on parties. And instead of going, you need to stop this, they're joining in.
Yes.
And they're becoming more and more community-minded.
Yes.
And so the people are beginning to see, wait, he's not just out there just to shoot me up or to put handcuffs on me, but he's a part of the community.
Yes.
And that's becoming more and more.
That's so true. So that's called community policing.
Yes.
And community policing, for me, happened around the time that I joined. That was something that was being launched in the city of Detroit.
Okay.
Remember, I joined 10 years after one of the worst riots in America.
Yes.
So there was still some aftermath still lingering of that. But community policing was one tool that the police department used to try to bring the community back together.
Yes.
And I can tell you that I really enjoyed being out in the community. I couldn't wait to be in the community.
The thing is, in that sense, were you able to say, this is where I want to work. I don't want to be this over in this department. Were you able to make those kind of decisions?
So you had some leverage in that.
Okay.
So obviously, when you become a police officer, you're first going to go out and do patrol work. I mean, that is the meat and bones of policing.
Okay.
Being out patrolling and answering calls for service. After you spend a year or so on patrol or working the streets, as we would call it, you had an opportunity to maybe apply for a different assignment. And in a department like DPD, there were so many things that you can apply and go off and, do. So
I have enjoyed this book. And like I said, I only read a couple, but The Blue in Me by Rod Grimes, and first and second edition and third edition still coming out. So I'm going to ask, please come back again.
I would love to. Absolutely.
Thank you all for attending, and we hope that we've said something that you've enjoyed. Bye-bye.
Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the presentations and the broadcast. I hope you avail yourself of all the information that was given. Remember to continue to tune in at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. here on RIC TV.